Hello, everybody. You're back once again with Jeremy. Today, I want to discuss with you what is your passion and why. Now, there's a lot of things you could want in life. You could want a nice car, you could want a nice house, you could want a large family. But why do you want those things? What drives you to want those things? Do you want those things because your buddy has those things? And if that's the reason, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be fulfilled because you're always going to be keeping up or trying to keep up with somebody. And the chances of you being quote unquote the top is almost non-existent. There's always going to be somebody better somewhere. In some way, some form. Tony Robbins says often, every person that he meets is better than him in some way. And so, you trying to keep up with somebody else is never going to amount to anything. So, now, maybe you say passion. Well, passion's something you love to do. Awesome. What do you love to do? Do you love to go hiking? Do you love to go race your car? Do you love to, I don't know. I mean, there's a million different things you could love to do, but is it your passion? And why is it your passion? What about that draws you in so hard? So I've talked before about truly knowing your why. And what we mean by this is, what is it that drives you to want to do your passion, that makes that burning inside of you, that, like I said in the very beginning, what is the thing you would do if money was never an object? What is it that would cause you to get up at 5 a.m. and work till 11 p.m. at night just because you love it and you're driven? That's what I'm talking about. And I want you guys to delve into this subject and really start thinking. And it took me to get my why. It took me 4 or 5 years because I was asked, what is my why? And I always had these things, my kids are my why, my family's my why, whatever it is. And the thing is it wasn't true. It didn't drive me. It didn't push me to be better. And now that I've figured out my why, and I remind myself of it all the time. And luckily I don't have to remind myself of it all the time because it's there. It's in my heart. It's in my head. And I'm always thinking about it. And I'm always trying to figure it out. And I'm always trying to get to that point to where I can take care of my why. So what is your why? What is your passion? What is going to cause you to work till you die to get this? It's often said, what do you want as much as you want to breathe? That is what passion is. That is what your why is. What are those things? Think about that. Contemplate that. I mean, deep. Because here's something I'll promise you. You will have what you put up with. If you make $30,000 a year and you want to make $100,000 a year, but you're okay with making $30,000 a year, you're going to make $30,000 a year. So you've got to figure out what's going to cause you to move. Tony Robbins gives an excellent example about your body is kind of like a thermostat with comfort. And what I mean by that is, let's say your comfort level is being around good people, but they're not real driven, and making $50,000 a year. Let's say for some reason you get around people that are more driven and they want to see you succeed, they want to drive you. There's going to be an internal dialogue that the thermostat of your life, or of this portion of your life, is going to start. Let's say your comfort level 78 degrees, okay? Well, now that you've been hanging around these people that want to see you succeed and want to see you do better, your thermostat's going to creep up, and you might hit 80 and you'll be okay with that, maybe 82. But by the time you hit 84, 85, your mind's going to say, whoa, 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 whoa. this isn't where we're meant to be. This is, you know, and you're consciously and subconsciously, you're going to start pulling back. You're going to start hanging out with those people less. You're going to start hanging out with the other people more. This is one of those things, if you want to change this, you have to make a conscious effort. This has to be something that when you've been hanging out with Diane and she's driving you, and she's driven and she's pushing and wants to see you succeed, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I should go see what Jim's doing. Jim's the guy who never pushed you. Jim was a good guy, but he's good with where he was. He never had any desire to move up or do more. And like I said before, if that's where you want to be, that's great. But all of a sudden, subconsciously, you're like, maybe I should go see what Jim's doing. And you start to pull away. Well, you have to consciously say, no, that's not what I want. I don't want to go back to being my old self. I want to push forward. I want to do more. I want to get better. So you've got to work on these things. You've got to take that thermostat in your life and you have to push it up if you want to get better. You have to push it up and you have to make it a conscious effort to keep it up. It can't just be this one-time thing where you go to a conference and you feel great. It's got to be a push and a push and a push. I've told you before, become comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is the only way you succeed in life. So think about that. What is your why? What is your passion? What's going to keep you driving all day, every day? I love you guys. If I can do anything for you, please let me know. I'm here to help you guys. I love doing these. I'm hoping here fairly quickly I can start to get out and actually start to meet some of you guys. It's this COVID thing still kind of a wavy sea, and we're just trying to, walk it out. I don't want to get anybody sick, and I don't want to get and I don't want to get sick. So, being kind of cautious with that. So, yeah, just think about that for me. And if you guys get a chance, put it down in the comments. I'd love to know what you guys are striving towards and growing towards and what your passion is. I love you guys. If I can do anything for you, let me know. Until next time, we'll see you later.